Dolphin is literally so broken in the new Isolde Infernoble deck. Um, a lot of people have been messaging me like opting to play the Simulation engine over like Neospace engine. And I can like go into like the pros and cons of that in like another video. The problem with Sublation Knight is this card is basically, if for lack of a better word, it's basically two warriors. It doesn't, and the only synergy a fire warrior has in the entire deck is the fact that Renault is the only card that synergizes with it. Remember, you guys have to be careful to look for real synergies and false synergies, right? Like, this actually make the deck like more insane? Well, if you really think about it, right, Sublime Knight is basically a way to get to 2 Isolde as just a normal summon. But here's the problem with Sublimation Knight, in my opinion. It doesn't actually force out hand trap. But today, it's going to be mainly focused on why I think you play Aqua Dolphin as a 3 of instead of as a 1 of for the Neo Space engine. The main reason being that Dolphin is a really, really good card to start off with, but it only works in tandem with any extender. But that's why I'm playing a 60 card variant in which all my cards that I have are extenders, and this like basically works whenever you draw a Dolphin extender and like any other card in your hand. And so I'm gonna explain to you guys how this works and why I think this is like one of like the best ways to play the Infernoble Knight deck going forward, especially because there's gonna be more extenders actually released. For example, there's Fire Flint Lady. She's being released in Battle of Legends, Armageddon's Revenge, and that's gonna be another extender for the deck that you can start incorporating. So when the Rise of the Duelist comes out, you guys are like fully prepared and ready to take this deck into like the metagame. So let's start right into it. I still play the Ignite engine, and this video is also going to showcase you guys why the Ignite engine is so powerful and why Isolde facilitates the Ignite engine really, really well. So we start off with Unexpected Die to get us a level 3 Ignite card. It's very specific why you get a level 3, and it'll make more sense once we get towards like the middle of the video. After this, we're going to go normal summon Aqua Dolphin, and we're going to dump any random card out of our hand. So this is essentially a 2.5 card combo, whereas we need an extra card in our hand. Even if you didn't, I guess you can just play through it, but this is because any 2 warrior monsters is combo, but you do it this way so that Aqua Dolphin can look at the opponent's hand. One other thing to keep in mind is that even though I summoned the Squire here, I should have summoned Crusader because Crusader has 1600 attack, which means that you're able to rip out a bigger monster out of your opponent's hand. Anyways, we're going to go through that, and we're going to make Isolde. Isolde is going to be really critical here because Isolde gets us a scale. Why that's important is because later in the combo, you're going to get the second piece of the scale. And this is all without like drawing any additional cards and relying on RNG or anything like that. This is all through the 2.5 card combo that I'm about to show you guys. Isolde has a clause that says the card that you search, you cannot normal summon or special summon that card, with that name or activate their monster effects. But thankfully, Ignite, what we can do is we can actually make use of this card and use it as a pendulum scale and use its effect from there, which makes it bypass the condition of Isolde and makes it useful for us and truly makes Isolde a +1 right away. What I mean by this is generally when you use Isolde effect to search, you have to wait for the following turn to use that card, which means that you don't get the benefit right away. And for a combo deck, if you want to have like a more explosive end board, you want to make use of that plus immediately in my regards. So what I do here is I search Ignite Paladin, and it doesn't really matter which level 4 Paladin Ignite card you search. You can search the low or the high scale. It just actually doesn't matter, and I'll show you guys why. We're then going to use the Soul Effect to dump 4 to special summon Olivier. It's very critical you dump 1 Joyce, 1 Durandal, 1 Smoke Grenade, and 1 Phoenix Blade. The Smoke Grenade can be anything else, but these 3 I would say are like the main ones. Just because like Phoenix Blade gives you a plus, and then Joyce and Durandal are going to be it. They're going to turn 2 pluses because of a card that we're going to abuse. But next from here, we're going to make Link Cross, and Link Crosses generate 2 tokens for us. And then from there, we're going to make Halki Fibrax. So Halki Fibrax is going to get us Vion Sphere. And what I'm going to do is abuse this card to the max. And what I mean by that is that this card, essentially, when it's sent to the graveyard from the main monster zone, or like the monster card zone, you can actually equip it to any other card. And then when it's in the equip zone, you can send it as an equip card to the graveyard to target any equip spell in the graveyard and then equip it to a monster. So what this means is that we can make Formula Synchron, use Chain Block it so that we'll be like Chain Link 1 Synchron, Chain Link 2 Sphere to equip, and then we draw a card. The card, I'm not even going to count the card. I'm just drawing it just to show you guys, but I'm not even going to count the card. And then we're going to equip the Randall and then use the Randall immediately. This is insane. So what this card effectively did for us is that it made it so that Violent Sphere gave us an additional +1. So Sphere, that card is going to search us now the high scale. So as you guys have been noticing, we essentially are not able to have scales like low and high, just off that interaction. And then from here, we're gonna make Metal Marcher to bring back the Violent Sphere. And it is true that while it negates its effects, whatever card you bring off Metal Marcher, Violent Sphere actually triggers in the graveyard, which means that it bypasses the condition of Metal Marcher, and then for some reason, Violent Sphere is a machine monster, which means that we're able to make Auroradon. So by making Auroradon, we can actually chain block the Auroradon here as well to go Chain Link 1 Auroradon, Chain Link 2 Sphere, equip it to Sphere, and then we're going to use Final Sphere immediately to get another plus off this. As you can see, we started with 3 cards in hand, so technically we should have 5 cards in by now because we started with 3 cards. And then Joyous is going to add us back, guess what? Aqua Dolphin, so we can abuse it again. And now we have 6 cards in hand because there's 2 blanks that we don't know. So as you can see, we're getting a lot of pluses. We're going to use the effect to make O-Line. Then we're going to use these 2 materials to make Maiden and then make a level 3 token. From there, we're going to make Coral Dragon and then use Coral Dragon to make Crocker Story with a level 3, and we're going to draw 2 cards off that. Like I said before, it literally does not matter what we draw. We're then going to scale Squire and Paladin, and we're going to Pendulum Summon 2, Aqua Dolphin, and the Squire. Because these are cards that we drew, by the way. So we drew 3 cards, and we didn't use 2 cards in hand. So we have 5 cards in our hand right now, theoretically, if you're just imagining this. So, and I'm not even going to count these cards. At this point, I'm going to use the effect of Squire to search Renauld. Technically, at this point, right, I already drew it, so I didn't have to do that. I could search Gearfried. But I'm just showing you guys the combo. Like, literally, if we didn't draw Renauld, it does not matter. But technically, we have, like, 7 Renaulds that we could have drawn into, and we drew it 3 times. So we have a really high probability of drawing into it, but it doesn't matter if we don't. That's where the Ignite Engine comes in. And then we're going to special summon Renauld from our hand because we control a fire warrior monster, aka Squire. We're going to add back the Smoke Grenade just to, like, maximize the loop. And then we're going to make a Trishula. We're going to loop our opponents again for, like, the 3rd time because we went 1 for Dolphin, 2 for the Trishula, and then now we're gonna use Phoenix Blade effect to add it to our hand, and then we're gonna loop them for the 3rd time with Aqua Dolphin now, or essentially the 2nd time with Aqua Dolphin, in totality. So now there's 3 hand loops. We're gonna use Rose Maiden effect to bring back the Coral Dragon, and then we're gonna use Coral Dragon and the Aqua Space Dolphin to turn into Charlemagne. This is really cute because now we take back the Smoke Grenade that we have to our hand. We're going to equip it to, doesn't matter what, let's say Trishula. Then we're going to use Crocosaur's effect to discard 2 cards. Keep in mind we have 2 additional cards at the start, right? So it didn't matter what we drew. We have 2 additional cards at the start. So at this point, we're just going to discard 2 cards and then Pope Smoke Grenade and then trigger Smoke Grenade. So that's a hand loop for 4. And then at end phase, we're going to use Charlemagne's effect to equip back the Smoke Grenade and equip all of it from our deck so that it can't be targeted, and then hand loop them again for the 5th card. Technically, if you want to go even more ham, after you Crocosaur pop, you can just make VFD. So that's pretty much it for the combo, guys. As you saw, like, it's crazy how devastating Aqua Dolphin is, and I think it's almost required to play it at 3, because what you would then do is, like, maximize on your extenders, and then just play a lot of Dolphins, because it's basically a Minstrel. Except it's for the Ignite Infernoble deck, right? Be able to look at your opponent's hand and gain advantage and knowledge of their cards in their hand is so incredibly broken, right? Like, that's why, like, Minstrel is such a disgusting card. And when you draw it in tandem with Dragoons, right, it just makes it so powerful that you're able to continue your plays without fear. And I think, like, that's what I'm trying to showcase here, that, like, knowledge is power in this game, guys. And it's really, really important to abuse cards that gives you knowledge, and Dolphin is definitely one of them. And that's why I think Dolphin and Neospace Connector is a 3 of both cards. You have to play 3 and 3 of those cards, I believe. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and as always, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know, like, your thoughts on this combo. Is it too degenerate? Do you think this deck is gonna get banned? Like, did you enjoy the combo? What are your thoughts? Do you prefer the OCG combo over this? Because that's also something that people have been doing. Let me know. And also, as always, guys, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.